Hello, welcome back to LeEdFollow. I'm Lee.
And I'm Ed.
And today we're going to Cadwell Park racing circuit.
Oh,
sorry, missed the turning. Okay, so we're just getting ready to go out to do the sighting laps. You can hear the announcer in the background telling us to get our asses down to the pit lane. But basically, after you've done your sign-on and you've done your driver's briefing, which may be via email, you queue up to do the sighting laps so that those who aren't used to the track or track driving can see what they're up against. There's a lot of waiting around on track days, especially little tracks like this, like Cadwell. There's no garages, there's a really very small paddock, so itchy helmet. Okay, and we're off. So as I mentioned, this is just the sighting laps, so no proper going for it. Everybody just goes out in a little order. You follow the guy in front, no overtaking, just to see what the track looks like. I'm not even going to put it into manual mode, to be honest. This is a beautiful track. If you ever get the chance to come and do a track day, definitely consider Cadwell Park. So nobody's hooning it on the sighting laps. Just getting some temperature in the tyres, getting the oils up to temp, seeing the conditions of the track, you know, whether it's dry, whether it's wet. Oh, I'm going to need my sunglasses. It's a very bright day. Again, we properly lucked out on the weather today. The forecast is about 1% chance of rain, so such a beautiful track. I know I say that about every track, but this one in particular, such a cool track, but very dangerous. Whereas when we were at Knock Hill the other day, and there's not a lot of runoff on that track. However, where the runoffs are, there's a gravel trap, so once you hit that, you pretty much stop instantly unless you're going in sideways, in which case you may flip over. But here, not a lot of runoff, but no gravel trap, just wet grass. The problem with wet grass is that when you hit it at high speed, it doesn't slow you down. If anything, it accelerates you, it speeds you up, so you really don't want to go off here. And as I say on every track day, I tend to take it very easy in the morning. People have got a lot of fizz first thing in the morning, and they're all out to go hell for leather. I tend to hang back, wait for after lunch, and then after lunch everybody's tended to mellow out a little bit. Plus a lot of people go home, so it gets quieter as the day goes on. So we've almost completed the first lap, so we're just coming back in past the pit entrance. Got to go around for one more go. It's normal to do maybe 2-3 laps on the sighting before heading back in. There wasn't a sighting at Knock Hill, which was strange. It's very unusual not to do a sighting lap, but with Knock Hill, I guess they trust you a little bit to not go crazy when you first go out. And yeah, on track days, if I haven't already mentioned it before, there is no lap timing. However, you can record your laps on video, and then of course look at the times when you get back to the hotel in the evening. The problem is, if you go after times, you make yourself more likely to have a crash. It becomes a very dangerous sport when you're racing against the clock. So me and the guys, we tend to just go out, enjoy it, you know, have fun in your cars, safe fun, and then when you get back to the hotel in the evening, everybody's nice and safe. You sit there having a pint and a steak, watch through the videos back on the MacBook. That's the way to do it. Okay, so everybody's slowing down now, so I think that's it. I think it was 2 laps and we're done. They're probably pushing us back into the pit lane now. Don't know if you can pick that up on the video, but the supercharger is getting a lot more whiny as it gets older, which is kind of cool, but at the same time, whine equals heat. So might need to top up the charge cooler perhaps. Actually, what am I talking about? The charge cooler has nothing to do with the lubrication of the supercharger. It's a self-contained system. So the charge cooler is just to cool down the air that's going through the supercharger and into the engine. There you go, little lesson today. And then we are back in the paddock. So, usually what we do at this point, now that we've done a couple of laps and everything's up to temperature, check your tyre pressures, because as the tyres get hot, pressures go up. You don't want the pressures too high, because that overcooks the tyres and you actually lose grip. So we'll check the pressures, drop those a little bit, and then, oh I've missed, no, this is where we parked. Oh yes, I didn't finish talking. So we're going to check tyre pressures, and we're also going to check fluids. Fluids are important. GT86 set owners, get yourself a reversing camera. Seriously. Ed. Black FN2. Yeah.
Had to come in because I need to let it cool down before.
You're tutoring?
Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough. Right, yeah, I thought I'd get out there, do a couple of laps, get some video. I can't be bothered with the Track Addict app because there's no easy way of tethering that.
Oh, okay.
It'll be in the way of the other GoPro. I think I'll just do GoPros. Get your times from that, yeah. And it's a lot easier to get the stuff off of the GoPros than from the iPhone.
Yeah.
So
yeah, memory card slot, bang.
Done. Exactly. Cool, man. Enjoy. Hello and welcome to Cadwell Park. So Ed and I are here today. We've just done our sign on, done our sighting laps, and the track closed. Like I've always said, it doesn't take very long for somebody to get it wrong, to stack it, to go off. So we're just currently waiting for it to reopen, and Ed's queuing up to get on the track at the moment. I'm going to get some footage of him going around from the track side. Okay, so the track day's back on. So I'm just doing a little walk of the edge of the track. See what we can see. So I haven't seen Ed go round in a while, so I think he's come off to do his driving training that he's paid for. Okay, I see cars, but no Ed. So I assume he's gone into the classroom for his tutoring. Okay, I think it's about time that I got my arse out on track. Okay, so we're off into manual mode. There's no racing on track days. We're all here just to have fun. So if somebody's up your backside and they're faster than you, there's no shame in indicating right and just letting them past. Track, like even though this is quite a small car, it feels massive on a track like this. I don't profess to know the lines or the braking zones. I just know what I'm happy doing, what I'm comfortable driving like, and that's probably the best way to do it. Drive within your own limits is probably the best thing you can do on a track day. It starts to feel like, ooh, I'm going through here a bit too fast. It's probably because you're going through there a little bit too fast for your ability, or your car's ability. Get a bit warm in here. Why have I got the heater on? Sake. Hell. Woo! Yeah, that's not the place to apply power. I've learned a valuable lesson there now. As you warm up, best to keep an eye on your temperatures. Like my other video, I was saying that you should have some gauges. I'm keeping an eye on my fluids, gearbox, engine, water temp, all in a similar ballpark. So when you're plates. I wonder if somebody doesn't want to know that they're on a track day. Okay, I'll probably do one more, and then I'll go back in, check fluids, check tyres, let the blood back into my wrists. Okay, so left indicator on because the pit exit is on the left of this track. It's a little tricky sometimes because you have to kind of go in the way of fast cars. You want to get that left indicator on as soon as possible. But yeah, that's cool. I think I still got a bit of brake judder, which really sucks. Okay, so Ed's gone out to do his tutoring, and I'm just letting my car cool down for a little bit. But yeah, did what? I can't remember. 2, 3 laps, 3 hot ones. Well, hot-ish. Mildly warm, but yeah, I forgot how much I like this track actually. It is very challenging though. I mean, a lot of tracks you have some quite easy corners where you can kind of calm down a little bit and relax. With Cadwell, it seems to be corner after corner after corner, keeping you on your toes. There's no time for daydreaming. Oh, there's a grandstand here. Oh yes, that looks like a cool place to sit, and maybe catch Ed going round while he's on his tutor laps. Oh yeah, there he is, probably waiting for his instructor. GT86 again. Mr. No Plates. Oh, there's a path over there. Let's go for a wander. There's nothing I like better on a track day than just following the spectators' path around the track. You really get a sense for like the angle of corners. I mean, like right here, you can see people coming in straight ahead, quite level, but then there's a really steep hill going up here. You don't really notice it in the way you do on foot. I mean, as you go around the car, I mean, you feel it, but it's only when you get down here on foot that you realise just Just how steep it is. I mean, just look at that. Crazy. Okay, let's do some more walking. Let's head around the back of the track. Hopefully by that time Ed will be out there. I can catch him coming around later on the other end of the track. Apologies for the naff sunglasses. I don't think I'm cool. I just don't want to be blind. It is a pretty damn good spot because you get to see both sides of the track. It kind of pinches here in the middle. Oh, bridge there to the other side. Check that out later. Look at the elevation. That is a steep hill. I mean, like I said, it feels steep when you're driving it, but you don't really get a proper idea of exactly how steep it is until you've walked the track and you've actually seen it right in front of you. Whenever we go to the Nürburgring, we love to do a lap of the Nürburgring on foot. You really get an appreciation of how much of an elevation there is on some of the parts of the track and the way it twists through the forest. Like Adenauer Forst. If you come to Nürburgring, go for a wander around Adenauer Forst. Great place to go walking, really appreciate the track up close. Got some interesting things here today. There's a Ford Focus ST Estate that's roll caged and it's got perspex windows. Haven't seen it go round in a while, but I'm sure it'll be round again soon. It's quite a crazy machine. So here's our black FN2, just like the one that Ed's bought. Okay, so almost at the top of one of the hills. Cadwell pretty much sits inside this little valley. I think that's the Z. Yeah, finally, Ed's out on his 220. Relatively new channel and we're still trying to find our feet. So I've just decided the format of these track day videos, because we're quite a young, fresh YouTube channel, I'm going to call this the track walk. And every time we go to a track day, I'm going to do a lap of the track on foot, show you all the corners, because let's face it, I could do with using a bit of weight. Oh, it's that Focus Estate again. That thing's cool. I mean, it shouldn't be cool, but it is. I love a good track walk, me. Get up and personal with the track. Oh! EdZ, baby. EdZ. It sounds like he's not going very fast at all, but he is. It's just that exhaust we fitted. He needs to get the Nismo on. At least he was able to pass the decibel check. I mean, I think I only managed to pass it by 2 decibels. Every track is just so different. Silent Ed. Yeah, he needs to change that exhaust. I've not actually walked Cadwell before. I'm hoping I can actually get around it, otherwise it's quite a walk back. Oh, this looks like a good spot. Let's just stop here for a second. Okay, so we're just coming down the first hill, walking up the second hill. Let us know in the comments section below if you like these track walk videos, whether they suck. If they suck, it would do me a favour, I don't have to go walking anymore. Spend this time in the pub. We're basically between the two hills here. That MX-5 was a bit of a screamer. Okay, so I can't see Ed, so I assume his tuition is over now. I'm about 2/3 of the way around the track. Just got to check out that last hill, and then hopefully back over the M bridge, back to the paddock. Whew. Oh, this is a very nice spot. Oh yeah, I like it here. You can see stuff coming down the hill. And you can see the track in the distance as it goes through the valley, and then back up the other hill. Okay, so I just had a call from Ed. He's finished his tuition. He's wondering where the hell I am. He thinks I'm a moron for walking on the track, and he's probably right. Let's get a move on now. Walk round the top of the second hill, over the M bridge. I call that the M bridge because it says M on one side of it. I call it the green bridge this side. And then I think it's about time for a sit down. We'll wait for one interesting thing to go round and then we'll move on. No, not interesting enough. What's that? Say that. No. What is that? No, Renault. What's that? Another Seat. Ah, here's that screaming MX-5. That's interesting enough. Ooh, twitchy little thing as well. Yeah, that'll do. Exercise. It's not for everyone. Okay, not much further to the bridge. So you get a proper sense of how packed in this track is. You can see the two sides of the track going under the bridge, but then in the distance you can see the hill going up where the pit entrance and exit is. It's actually got quite a small footprint. Okay, back from the walk. didn't really need that because yesterday I went to a zombie experience and I was chased around in the woods by zombies shooting at them with a BB gun. So that's a lot of cardio for the last 48 hours. Anyway, Ed's heading back out. He's done all his tuition. And yeah, we got 1 hour before lunch. So let's get some laps in. Okay, straight out. It's warm now. Very warm. So again, I'm going to take it nice and easy. After my little walk, everything would have cooled down, so I need to get some heat back in the tyres and the fluids. Oh look, there's a amber flag. Somebody's come off or done something stupid. Right, I can feel my rear tyres starting to get a little bit slidey at the current temperature they are, and I need to go back into the pits and let some tyre pressure out. Okay, tyres are adjusted. Let's get back out there. Okay, again, every time I go back out, I need to get some heat back into the tyres. It's going to be very soft now I've let the tyre pressures down. Checking on fluids. Yep, everything seems good. There's a lot to think about, you know, not only where to brake, where to turn, how much throttle, but what gear to be in. And on top of that, you're having to check your mirrors to make sure that you don't crash into anyone coming up behind you. Okay, so we're done for the day. We're just leaving Cadwell. That's been a pretty good day. I mean, the weather's been great. Track's been quite busy actually. I was quite disappointed it didn't thin out in the afternoon like I was hoping it would. But yeah, it's been great. We both used it as a test bed to see how our cars went, where the weaknesses are. I mean, Ed was having issues with fuel starvation on his last couple of laps. The car was struggling to get fuel on some of the tight corners. Which he knew was probably going to be an issue because he's got a strange issue with his fuel gauge. Can't really tell exactly how much fuel he's got left. And for me, unfortunately, I've still got brake judder. But the good news is, it's not as bad as it was. So a good clean of the brake seemed to help a lot. I'm going to get hold of some new front pads, pop those in, and hopefully a slightly more aggressive pad compound. Hopefully that will fix the issues, but we'll wait and see. Probably the next track day that we do now is going to be Spa in probably March or April next year. But we're on our way back to the hotel now. It's knackering work, to be honest, especially after my zombie running thing that I did yesterday. My legs were already pretty much knackered, and then I went and stupidly did a walk of the track, and that really finished my legs off. So I'm looking forward to having a shower now and sitting in the corner of the pub with a pint and get the MacBook out and the memory cards from the GoPros and start to sift through the footage. So I'll say goodbye for now. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again next time.